Welcome, everybody, to another fantastic episode of Super Shares powered by Q. My name is Joe Marquez, Director of Academic Innovation for Q, and today I want to talk to you about utilizing websites as a check for understanding. We always want to send students to different websites to read current event articles or read something that's important to the content of our class, but we're always asking ourselves, are they getting out of the website or are they getting out of the article what we want them to get out of this? That's why I want to show you today a tool called Insert Learning. Allows you to have a check for understanding on any website. Yes, any website. But before we get to the tool, Insert Learning, I want to remind you that Q is putting on the amazing Fall Q event, October 23rd and 24th at Teacher College of San Joaquin in Stockton, California. It's going to be a phenomenal event of bringing all of us together for the first time since October of 2019. I can't believe it will almost be 2 years by the time we have this amazing event. We cannot wait to see you, high five you, fist bump you, elbow bump you, air high five, whatever you want to do. I just can't wait to be with you. So definitely take a look at Fall Q and how you can join us. Because at Fall Q, you can participate in Q Booms. If you are attending or presenting, you can stand up and give a 3-minute mic drop of the favorite things that you're doing, your passions, your talents. That's an amazing way to share with your fellow members. You can be a part of Meet the Authors. You can meet your favorite authors there, or hey, if you wrote a book, you can come to Fall Q and be a part of Meet the Authors. And one of my favorite things to go to is Meet the Podcasters. If you are a podcaster or a fan of podcasts, definitely come to Fall Q and meet your favorite casters of your pods face to face and say what you like about them, or share with your listeners what you love doing. And again, we have a phenomenal opening keynote of JR. He's going to really bring the passion. He is a national keynote. We love him. He's a great friend of Q, and he's really going to bring it on that opening day. All right, so that's out of the way. I just wanted to make sure that you understood that. Oh, one more thing. I have to say this. Call for presenters. We know that vacation was upon us. When we opened the call for presenters, we heard you loud and clear that you needed another week to get your sessions in. So we have extended the call for presenters for Fall Q to August 6th. Yes, that is this Friday. So if you've been looking to share your passions and share your knowledge and share with your fellow Q community, definitely go to q.org/submit and put in for a submission of Fall Q. All right, now let's talk about Insert Learning. Now, some of you may know what Insert Learning is or how to even use it, but I'm going to show you a couple hacks towards the end that even if you do use Insert Learning, you may not know that you can do this. So that is a little prelude of what we're going to be getting to. So let's go ahead and take a look. The first thing you're going to do, if you've never used Insert Learning before, is you're going to go to insertlearning.com and it will open up this screen right here. It's going to ask you to add the Chrome extension to your browser. Now, this Chrome extension right here is going to install the ability for Insert Learning to interact with websites. And make sure, please absolutely make sure that when you do that, you click on the puzzle piece for extensions and make sure you pin it so that it is available. Now, yes, your students will also need this Chrome extension. You can easily send them to this Chrome extension, in the Chrome Web Store. You can link it in your Google Classroom. You can do whatever you need to do to get them this extension. But you can also have your Google Account Manager go in there and push this extension out to your students as well. But they will need this extension to make it work. Now, once you're here, you're going to sign up with your Google account, or if you are a Microsoft friend, you can sign up with your Microsoft account. You're going to link your account to Insert Learning. It's going to ask, are you a student or teacher? You, the teacher, are going to select teacher. The student is going to select student. Now we're going to name this class and we're going to call this Awesome Class for Us. I'm just going to call it AC for Us, Awesome Class for Us, and I'm going to hit create. So It's going to ask you what best describes your role. What do you teach? What grades do you teach? All of these things are what you're going to select to really start your thing. Now, this is the website. This is the website of Insert Learning. This is where you're going to be able to see the analytics of answers and everything that your students are doing. This is where you're going to assign the assignments to your students as well. But let me show you where the magic happens. The magic happens on any website that you are utilizing here. Notice, because I have this Chrome extension of Insert Learning, again, because I have this Chrome extension, I now have a brand new toolbar right off to the side, right here. This brand new toolbar is available for me to utilize. How do you use it? Well, you would send your student to a website. You want them to read it. You want them to pull knowledge. You might have a table talk afterwards or an elbow partner read. You can do some of these things. But how do you know they're getting out of the article in real time what you want them to get out of the article? That's where Insert Learning comes in. And it could be as simple as, what was the main point of this paragraph? Or what did you learn after reading this paragraph? This also allows you to kind of chunk the article up. Instead of reading the entire thing, they're reading a paragraph and then they are then talking about it. Reading a paragraph and then talking about it. So let's say that I want to ask a question. I click on this little question button right here. I select the paragraph I want to ask the question about. It even has question stems already available for you. Summarize the above text and you're done. You can give it points here also if you want. And then hit create. Scroll down here. So we're talking about maintaining orbit. Let's say we want them to talk here. Let's have them discuss now. What does a satellite mean to you? So after reading it, what does that satellite mean to you? What's the difference between these two question types? Summarize the text above question. That answer will come only to me, the teacher. This discussion question, everybody will be able to see each other's answers. It really allows students to dissect the text and then collaboratively communicate through their communities together. And so that's why these different question types work really well. Okay. Now, then you can do highlighting of text. So you can come in here as the teacher and highlight that text right here. You hit this plus button when it's done. And you can enter a comment as the teacher. Please pay attention here. Not pat attention. Okay? And so students will be able to read it. You can do that for all of these things all the way down. Question stem. List at least 2 supporting ideas in the paragraph. You can do that all the way down. So this is the article right here. Okay, so you've created it. So now watch. I'm going to go back to my Insert Learning dashboard, and it already created the lesson for me. And then I can already assign it. Remember, we created that first class? You can create more classes, right? Let's say that this one, AC for us, was period 1. Let's say this is now period 2. You can create multiple periods, so you're only getting the answers for those particular periods. All of that. That's pretty awesome. Now, let's look to see what this looks like on the students' end, right? Oh, and then here's another thing. If you have other teachers that are utilizing Insert Learning, and you're like, oh, this is a great article, I want to share it with Mr. Trapezian. Boom, hit share with teachers right there. You can now share it. You can make one and share it with another teacher going all the way through. All right, so let's say that we want to assign this. I hit assign to AC for us. You can assign it also via Google Classroom. What does that mean? Well, here we go. Here's classes. Let's say we want a new class. Create a new class. I want to import a class from my Google Classroom. Okay, I can come in here under my name. It's going to ask, of course, to view your classroom so that it knows which classes to add to. It's going to ask to choose a class. and we're going to import it. Now it imports all those students here into the class. So there's multiple ways that you can do it. And then I want to show you again, new class, boom, done. So you can do that all the way through. Again, let's go back to lessons. If you hit assign, you can assign it through Microsoft Teams as well. I know a lot of our Microsoft friends want to be able to assign directly to their Teams classroom. That's a way that you can do it. Or you can always just grab the link. If you don't trust these things, if you don't want to link to your classroom, you're like, I don't trust that. You can always grab the link and then just post it in Google Classroom. Now, what do the students need to do? So let's open up the student side right here. So the first thing you're going to do is, unless you've attached via Google Classroom, you're going to have to give them a code. And so you can hit on this thing and hit the code. So you tell the kids, okay, I want you to go to insertlearning.com/sign-up. So here's the student. They go to insert learning/sign-up. They're going to add the Chrome extension. It automatically takes them there. That's the cool thing. Again, if you have your account manager, your Google admin, already send this out to them via the dashboard, you don't have to worry about this. It'll just be added to that student. They're going to click add extension. There it is. Again, make sure you click on the puzzle piece and click that little pin so that it's posted right up there. They're going to sign in with their Google account. They are a student, and they are now going to type in their class code. There's the class code, 5644BN. So they type that in. 5644BN. They hit enroll. And now they are in the class. They can see that they're a part of this class. They can see the lessons. They can see everything. So let's go ahead and assign it to this class. So I'm going to come over here to my lessons. I'm going to click assign to AC for us. Remember, that's awesome class for us. I'm going to hit assign. You can see on your dashboard that you've assigned it to this class. If you assign it to multiple classes, you'll see all the classes that it is assigned to. That's the cool thing there. I'm going to go back to my student. I'm going to hit refresh so we can see that pop up. There it is. They're going to click on it because they see they have a new lesson, and look, everything that we added here as the teacher is also here. Summarize the text above. It was cool. Now, that's not what we want the students to do, but I just want to see how that works for the students. What does this mean to you? It is a moon. Notice up here, only the student can see this and only the teacher can see this. Down here, the entire class can see this. And then look, this is what I highlighted. And they click on it. Please pay attention here. So you, the teacher, can really pinpoint or hone where we want the students to be able to go and see. Really amazing, really cool, really important all the way down. And then here's another question. Answer stuff. I'm just going to type things in just so you can see what it looks like on the teacher side. All right, so here we go. Let's open up the teacher side right here. I can now see my classes all the way through. Here's my lessons that I can see. Here's my grades. I'm going to filter by class. I can grade them all the way through. So you can get all of these done right over here, right out of your teacher dashboard. Everything that you see, everything that's going on, you'll be able to see. Now, let me show you. I promised you that I was going to. So I can click on view all responses and I can see fake students and it was cool right there. Come down here to my discussion board. I can see all the discussions. And then again, I can view all responses. I can see my fake student, and you can provide feedback right down there as well. And so you can go through this as the students are working through this to be able to see in real time what they're doing and how to get them in the right direction while they're reading all of this. Let's say you're like, oh, you know what I would really love to do? we're talking about orbits here and gravity, I would really love to be able to bring in an activity for them to see what gravity and orbits and all that stuff actually do. You can. So FET. And if you've never been to FET before, I'm going to post that link down here so that you can see it. It's a phenomenal website that has really great interactive activities for math and science. So fet.colorado.edu. What I'm going to do is I'm going to grab gravity and orbits. I'm going to click on it. And I'm going to grab the embed code. You don't have to know what this code is. You just need to grab it. I'm going to grab that embed code, and I'm going to click on this little sticky note. And watch what I do here. I paste that embed code right into the activity right there. And it brings in that activity right on the web page. So let me show you the students page now. If we open up the students page again, notice the student didn't have to refresh. That activity is now there. So you can add things if you notice something's going wrong or you missed a question or a great place for a discussion to occur. You can add it in real time while the students are working through this, and it will appear right on their website. Pretty awesome. And that works with the annotations and all that stuff. And the students can now come in here and actually run these simulations right off of their screen. Pretty neat. Now, what about voice and choice, right? Those are the buzzwords that we're talking about. Because what if your students don't give their best answer as a text answer? What if they're better vocalizing it? Let me show you what else we can do. I created a Flipgrid response, and I'm going to hit share, and I'm going to grab the embed code from Flipgrid. I'm going to come back here. I'm going to go to the very last question, and again, leave that. I'm going to type this in. Boom. So now we're ready to go there. Now let's go back to the student page. Here's the student page again. I tell the students, okay, now I want you to summarize the article in your Flipgrid. So right out of the insert learning activity on the web page, they can come in here, click record response, and record a Flipgrid right out of the activity. I mean, that's pretty neat that they can do that right out of the activity right here. Hit record. 3, 2, 1. Oh, all right. I thought this article was great. I thought it really talked about orbits and it talked about gravity. And now I really understand why it takes so much energy and power to get up into outer space. And now I know why things fall back down, right? So they hit next. Hit next. They can take a selfie. Everything you can do from Flipgrid, they can do right out of this activity. And then you, the teacher, it's done, right? You, the teacher, in your dashboard on Flipgrid, will be able to see those student responses coming in real time. There we go. There's fake one with the answer right there. So it allows you to really dive deep into websites. It allows you to really check for understanding of anything on the internet, not just things you pull into a Google Doc or something else. We're used to bringing websites into different tools, not different tools into websites. And insert learning allows us to do that. So I just really wanted to show that to you because one of the hardest things to do during distance learning was to assess reading, was to assess understanding of a reading, right? But it's not a distance learning problem. It's a all problem. It's a problem to check for understanding in real time of a reading. Are they getting out of the reading what we want them to get out? Are they focusing on a part of the reading we want them to focus on? Are they understanding the reading the way we want them to understand it? And whenever we can check for understanding in real time, we win. Students win. And the class time is really leveraged for that win. So I absolutely want to share that with you because I have found it to be a very, very useful tool in my classroom and beyond. Now, I do have to say that in the Insert Learning free version, everything I showed you is part of the free version. In the Insert Learning free version, you only get to have 2 active articles at the same time. But if you're doing it once a week, then after week 2, you can delete the first one and bring this next one in. So you can definitely rotate through. But if you definitely like this and you want to keep that archive together, definitely take a look at what Insert Learning is offering, because it is a great tool, a great check for understanding of current event articles on the internet. So thank you so much for watching today. And I do want to make sure that you don't forget Fall Q is happening on 23rd and 24th. Just go to q.org/fall to take a look at that. And then also don't forget that submissions for Fall Q end on August 6th at 11:59 p.m. So go to q.org/submit to put in an amazing session today. And the last thing I want to say is this show doesn't happen without you. Without you watching and recommending me to me what I should be sharing, but also you coming on the program, sharing out your favorite tools, favorite routines, favorite strategies for engaging and motivating students in the classroom. I want you to join me next time. So why not go to qlearns.org down there /supershares and sign up to join me on a show at a future time. I would love to meet you and make new friends. Thank you so much for joining me this afternoon. Thank you so much for everything that you do. And thank you so much for being the most important person in the world. And that is an educator. Have yourself a wonderful, wonderful day.